they would try to rotate, never with enough time. So I'm looking forward to seeing sort of better defaults from them, but we'll see. We'll look out for that. The game has started, and we're off on Rez. He's already got himself a headshot.
Yeah, Rez POV. 1 spotted, 1 kill. Shox clearing out. They've spotted 1 guy towards B, but they may commit to A here. Kenny moving forward without the bomb. He's going to go down as well, but they will continue, it seems. Or will they? They're going back towards the B bomb sites again. But they've left Apex here. Maybe he can keep people contained, but there is no containment. NiP are simply winning almost every duel. Apex with what might be a consolation frag, although it is a pistol round after all, and anything is always possible. Minutes on the clock for him. Exist has the off angle, however, so he should be landing himself a headshot, although it seems he's going to flank around the toilets. There we go. Oh no, just can't quite hit the mark. That's got to be really frustrating. Crosshair was just about not there. Apex trying to do what he can, but the numbers are too great. The off angle from Get Right will be enough.
And one very quick point about G2 on this map, on their T side, I feel like can affect them, is that they're a team that needs picks to get around going. So if you're a team that has a style like Astralis, where you play really aggressive, very safe, and then you go play very passively, and so you don't give them any opportunities to pick, they get stuck very easily. Whereas a team like North, they're so happy in those spots because they get to set up perfectly for a site hits. But that's where G2 would struggle if NiP play very passively, I think.
Oh, Stairspoke gets missed at a very inopportune moment. Rez I think is called to help him out and can't do it. Get Right manages to escape, and I think if Rez knew that, he probably wouldn't have had to push down the stairs.
Bait set up. Get Right will reload right next to the wall, trying to invite some T's out. He had support from a second player holding the line, but it doesn't work out. Shox and NBK combined 15 HP. No deagle for NBK. So we'll have to wait for some more highlights action from him.
Wow. So this is nuts, actually. I feel like in the last couple of days, it's rare that you see a team convert this round. The CZs have been doing a huge amount of damage lately. But NiP have now, not only on Cobblestone, but now on Overpass as well, played their CT pistol and then defended effectively against the CZs and put themselves economically in a great position. So that's fantastic for them.
People always blow the second round on the CT side because they don't push at all, and you still have to push just because it's the eco. Like you're giving up so much information, and I always say this: there's just not enough good places on A site to stand to defend. It's like, imagine if you were on train. It's like kind of a thought experiment. We're on an eco. It might be a really nice spray down actually, and that might be the last kill. But imagine if you were on train and you started out on B site from where you plant, like as a terrorist. So you plant, think about all the after plant spots you have. On the bomb and then back pop. That's it, right? That's kind of like overpass A site if you're defending against a rush. So it's very hard. You have to push up just like you would in an after plant on train. You have to push up, and you have so many advantages too. If Rez takes the spawn right here, he can spot mid and do it relatively safely, and just see if people are crossing. And from there, just play more people towards B. Now, it's like a very aggressive A setup. He's actually going out all the way for information. This is one of the CT spots that teams have to be very comfortable playing. It's out there, but it works.
Yep.
Fur abuses the hell out of this area.
Kirby as well on Astralis. They have setups for him to get into the bench. Usually, Kirby will go all the way to the bench instead of stopping at the fountain. So I like how teams do it differently. And fun fact, so far in this match, Apex is the only man on G2 with any kills, and 3 of them are on Get Right. I think? No. Oh, I misread that completely. Never mind. I read the assists. I lied. Now I'm a liar too.
Surrounded by
I'm a liar too. But this has obviously pushed G2 towards B, which can be fine for the CTs because you can play retakes. But that's perfect. Shox goes for the forward peek. And again, that's really useful on the B site because, again, it's so retakeable. It's hard to stand on the site and just defend it from there. So this is a really weird spot now for their NiP.
There are definitely lines on the floor at Tok anyway he can plant the bomb. He'll get there in the end, just in time as the smoke is now gone. Will they go for a boost? Don't often see it, but it can give some sound cues away and hard to find the timing. Exists with the spray transfer. Forrest will take that. That looks quite funny. taking Exist's legs out and just falling off the balcony. That was awesome.
Oh man, that was great.
Why is Draken trying to trying to defuse the bomb? Cheeky boy. Forrest got a 2K there.
Can't believe I read assists as kills. What kind of a noob am I? I'm a massive noob. What a noob. Yes! That was awesome. And it I mean, it's you can't really ask for a better start for an NiP. That was a round that looks like G2 had were massively favored in the 3v3. I thought their position was really strong, personally, G2.
Yeah, if Apex got the kill on Heaven, maybe the other guy can't even get out of Heaven.
Yeah, he gets like that was a sort of a transfer from Exist. Like I think probably like 8 out of 10 times you see the kill made there for G2 from Apex's perspective. And this is fantastic. We see some aggression here. It's really nice to see that forward aggression because Forrest actually backs away. GetRight's left in a great position. Forrest doesn't actually have to support him. You can play a solo man on this spot. It is possible. That didn't seem too favorable there.
Yeah, it's not very. It's somewhat. I mean, you can see feet, but it's not high enough that they can't see you at all. So.
Yeah.
1 minute mark, and Apex is opening things up towards the A site. That takes away the vision towards the long, and that gives Draken 2 jobs to do, and he's got no cover. So he may be forced back to the site because as the time continues to tick, he'll have to be curious about what's going on towards long. There is a pot flash you can do off the park sign. Pitt used to do it for an NiP. Off that sign there to peek long.
Aggressive setup towards A as G2 are encroaching on it. Will Draken find a kill? He does have to stay out here pretty aggressive. They're down a man. He needs to get info early. There's a frag and he spots the bomb.
Could have been the second one. Forrest though is on site. He's got a nice angle but slightly blind and that's not going to work out for him. Exists charging to the rescue but the rescue will be cancelled. G2 get their first round on the board. Rez interestingly with $2,000 but the rest of his team could buy.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting the dynamic that happened at Suez. Again, versus G2, I feel like the optimal thing is you sort of, like, you want to take some forward map control possibly and somehow try to make it really hard for them to get the engagement there at Suez. But the problem is that if they want to leave GetRight alone, he has to sort of peek that angle, so he has to be basically having an engagement if they challenge it. So I'll be interested to see how that develops over time around the Suez. But this will be a very important round here. We can see that Shox has basically nothing. There's no utility on body. This is a pretty stretched round for both teams economically. So Rez already with a kill here. That's going to go a long way. Apex to potentially go for the challenge, but it's advantageous for Rez. Rez by the bin.
See,
it's 5v3 now.
You could take that angle into your next match make because you could see how good it was that he could see the shadow.
Maybe make sure you have shadows on high, even if everything else is on low.
Why?
So that you can see them.
They render from farther away.
Yeah, that's a proper explanation that was required. Rez with a nice 2K there. Finishing off Draken's kill for him and staying alive for the last one.
Whoa.
So, ace.
Boom, there
nobody
it is.
lost. All the kills for Rez. Marvelous.
So what do you think now, Launders?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Out there in bathrooms by himself. 5 kills. Basically no support. He was even flashing for himself to get kills.
Maybe he thinks he's Rain.
Maybe he is Rain.
I actually feel like Rain is the best player in the world from this position.
Oh, I thought you were going to end the sentence early.
I think Rain is the best
Oscar's
solo
the best
player
player
in toilets. I think he's the best solo player on CT. So if you play that position, definitely study Rain and how he plays. He's very smart around the toilets, very effective, very efficient.
Glocks. Just running through the fields. It's a running club. It is a French running club. It's always cool though if you're in the countryside of France, you'll often see cyclists around. All cyclists and runners for the most part, but right now we have the French running club, and will it be 2 aces in 2 rounds?
Yeah, give him the ace.
Yeah, he's got the... Oh, come on, dude.
Wow. Draken's the pinky, man.
It would be a nice statistic, but ultimately who cares? Draken's got the forward spawn. He tried to jump on the bench in the previous buy round, but he fail-boated the bench. Maybe he will succeed this time. G2, tactical, excuse me.
If we have like the king of banana as Freiburg, we could do the king of bathrooms, the plumber. Rain the plumber.
That is not a sexy description.
It's not
Rain
sexy, yeah.
the plumber. Makes me think of like Mario. You know he's a plumber, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he could get down through the U-bend.
That's why he's always jumping in pipes.
Rain the plumber, though. That's not.
So
that's not gonna. Catch.
okay,
You
so
think that's gonna
Kenny
catch
S is the middle finger. Shox is the thumb. Who is the ring finger? Who's the index finger? Who's the ring finger?
I
Who
feel
is
like the
pinky?
index finger is MBK.
Yeah. I'm definitely down for that.
Down for that? And
Oh
we're
man,
getting
the good ones are gone.
You have to say the next one.
Okay. So we've got Apex and Body left. Apex has got to be the pinky, man. It's got to be the pinky. I'm giving Body the ring finger. Body's reliable, man. He's trustworthy. He's reliable.
He can marry him.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
Do you know what I am, Dan?
He can wife him up.
You're the fist, aren't you, James?
I am the full fist.
You're the big. You're the big black fist.
Okay. No need to bring race into it, but
That's what you said at E-League.
I don't know what you're talking about then. I am the I am the full fist. I'm like when all the Power Rangers little machines come together and just make one massive one. That's me. I am the full fist. 1 minute mark, and G2, they've got presence in short B, but that's about all they have at the moment. Shox trying to get some information. I don't think he spotted Rez just yet. Rez will have a surprising angle. Shox is an advocate of these weird angles, and he's definitely been taken by surprise. Rez, though, unable to get the second kill. Man advantage for G2 now as they look to press on A.
And they keep playing well so far to the individual level of G2, and that's what you have to do to actually just find a way to struggle against them. These victories, and it's not happening right now. There is a massive struggle for NiP on this A bomb site. Just get right, he remains, and through the smoke he will die. 6-2. G2 finally finding success against Rez's very terrifying holds around the A side of the map. And it's your A player, your Toilets player, I think against G2 is definitely going to be one of the most important players on the entire map, just because of the they're so commonly going to be found on the A side of the map, looking for picks and looking to win these early or create an early 5 versus 4.
Forest is AUG, no grenades, and this could be a deliberate buy. It's hard to tell a lot of the time if someone's bought the AUG deliberately or not. The scope can come in handy for some taps. But there's not many people who like to use it, so you do wonder.
I reckon Forest is a guy that can do it.
But is he a guy that wants to do it? That's the question.
Yeah. Rez still being a terrifying human over in the toilets. Toilets are haunted. Rez just getting all the 1v1s there. Really, really nice stuff from him. Now Get Right in a 1v2. He's managed to turn it into 1v1. The bomb's down in toilets. The last man standing Body is very far away. Get Right's going to decide to just play it from the sites. And you can't blame him. The rotations between these two sites are really quick. So certainly not a bad choice from Get Right.
It is always amazing to see Get Right in a 1v1. It's always so interesting. He'll do something very unique every time. And you would certainly, after hitting tab, get in your own head thinking, what kind of creative play is Get Right going to pull out this time?
He must know does he know where the bomb is? I don't know.
Yeah, he did leave it.
Alrighty then. Making his way back towards the A site. 17 seconds on the clock, and surely he hears Body running. But does Body plant it for CT, or does he plant it here? It will be the latter. The smoke is done, and Get Right will have to dance around it, as will Body, who has made a few steps and now moves towards long. But can Get Right identify this? For all he knows, Body could still be in the smoke, although that seems to be unlikely. So Get Right with the right read, the flashbang as well. Will he go for the hero play, though? Trying to draw Body out. Body has no idea what's going on. Already in the red, jumping through the Molotov. And Get Right will even have the presence of mind to pick up the AWP.
That's
Nice.
a great clutch.
Yeah, it was very. It looks so easy,
That's
right?
a great clutch.
You know, that's a play that has literally zero to do with your aim.
Yeah. That's 100% true.
Rez again doing great work. He's been given a tough job, and he continues to deliver around the bogs.
And that's just speaks to the. It's all about deduction, and then once you have so much time, like it's about understanding how much time you have to deduce something, and then once you get to the closest, the most likely option from what you think is likely, if that makes sense, then you just commit.
He gave himself enough information getting into the site that he knew when the bomb was down. Okay, he can't be bank, he can't be bathrooms. I've cut him off from the truck, so he's either long or he's just sitting on the opposite side of the site. The other interesting thing he did was during the Molotov and flashdown, he ran after tapping the bomb to the other side of the site. So he thought that, okay, well, either he can't hear me because of the Molotov or because of the flash that went off. And Body didn't. You know, he's smart enough to know that you don't tap the bomb and start running because no one's going to peek you, but
yep.
He realized that the footsteps wouldn't be heard.
All the bases covered. That was awesome. Well, look at G2. They got CZs, 3 CZs. NiP have a great CT side so far. We've got Exist in Monster, just checking for the information. A play where they can join up through Connector, but Shox will take one down, looking to dive on the gun. Shox somehow not expecting that there could have been another player there, which oftentimes there will be.
In fact, there are 3, and that leaves Forrest alone on the B bomb site. He's trying to back off. Does he have the bullets for it? Patient sprays, but doesn't quite hit the mark. Get right almost through the smoke, almost, but not quite. Rez going for the corner wallbang, but it won't be favourable to him. Now it's NBK alone. He's got an AK though, and that is a problem for NiP. 2 M4s on the last 2 players, and Get Right will absolutely annihilate him. He'll need dental records to identify that body.
I love it when Get Right plays well.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
Go ahead. Oh, okay.
I'm done. Go, go, go.
Commanding lead for NiP, and just like we saw in the first game, except this time they've got more bank. And even at the A2, they've got G2 on a save. They've got 2 MP9s. They can collect more money here. G2 know what they're in for. And NiP, it's just, yeah, they've been doing such a great job of making sure not to discount the importance of pushing up on CT side over and over again.
Yeah, I'm always sad when I see a team that's they clearly think that they can. The winning approach is by just playing really passively and ignoring map control entirely, and it's just not how Counter-Strike works. Especially, well, not at a good level at least. You can't get away with that. So 9-2 and a decent bank there for NiP. They can certainly survive an accident. Should an accident happen. Can see that Kenny S has been unable to find much in the way of fragging so far in this map. It's only really Apex who's been on the fragging for the team. So
Shox has got 2 kills. Kenny's got 1 kill. I could count the rest, but they're on your screen. That's gotta be frustrating.
Very nice shot, and this forward setup crushes the buy again. G2 trying to respond into B, but it's just a straight up spray. Get Right gets ahead of the push with the smoke and finishes it off.
That was a buy round, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
Could say bye to that round.
Nice.
Tactical production. Damn.
The great thing, from that is that NiP make this forward play, that it's successful, and then they instantly realize that G2 have only one option, and that's to try to somehow hope there's a timing window on B, because they're playing so aggressively towards A, and force them to Get Right. Oof. Another round where Draken gets the opening kill.
We did see that earlier in the half where Rez pushed up and they had the 4 players at A, and G2 pushed into B. They actually got in the site.
Oh my god, dudes. Savage. This is looking like G2 are extremely outmatched.
It feels like they are, like a couple rounds ago, that they sort of got mentally crushed in this half.
You know, an interesting thing that happens mentally is when you're extremely confident, it feels like your model is moving faster and other people's models are moving slower. And when you're on the other team, it feels like everything they do is just a little bit faster. It's just a little bit too nuts, like they're everywhere, and it's because they're wasting absolutely no time. When you're confident, everything, you have so much clarity of mind that it's just math to you. It's just quick math.
Well, G2 have a smoke grenade.
That's not enough, perhaps. If you can hit the shots, it is, though. MBK gets an opening advantage for the team. That's a nice follow-up. What on earth was that? Brilliant stuff there. Finally, G2 have an advantage. Finally. But they have to close it somehow. And this actually gets really difficult because, again, there's no utility. So they sort of have to just walk into a bomb site without any cover of smoke, any cover of flashbangs. But NiP are offering up frags.
Both are. There's some more info. Oh, that's the bomb. And there's a flank coming from Rez. If they go towards Monster, gets there in the end. Got to be careful though, Rez. He will reposition. Will Apex be ready for this? He will. Great headshot from Apex. But you wonder who has the positional advantage at this point.
Garrett's already going to A. Oh my god.
Oh my god, Get Right.
Oh,
Get Right's
dude.
playing. He is playing so smart. If Apex was to go A, Get Right, like instantly just has the best play possible.
Well, he's covering 2 options here. So option coverage is crazy because now if he knows if the stairs rotate, he'll catch him this way, and no way Apex is going to be worried about this. But now he has a big flank setup, so Apex is going to set up. He's going to assume that the Get Right's playing passive, either CT or Heaven, and then fall back with his back turn to Get Right. Most angles that he's going to think about.
Oh, Garrett's got to jump off the fence though. Oh, where's Apex? Oh my god, oh, this is so tight. No, he's not going to look, he's not going to look.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he's going to turn around first. Ah!
These 1v1s, man, they're awesome. Because again, like even in the 1v1 they would Get Right loses. It's just like seeing how he eliminates the options or takes the, like, and he instantly understood to make that that choice from looking at his own health and looking at the situation.
Yeah,
It's instantly knew.
Yeah, with how decisive Get Right was, Apex was like, no way he could be here just yet, right?
Yeah.
So he was caught off guard, but still well played.
You could really see in that round the confidence, by the way, that you were talking about from NiP. Like Get Right, like re-peaking Monster just over and over and over again. It's like that's Oscar tier re-peaking.
Yeah.
Oscar tier re-peaking only happens if you're absurdly confident all the time. And here comes a fast push.
Yeah, he's got support from Exist, which he was quite fortunate there. Brazenly facing the tunnel with a smoke grenade in his hand. And what about that then? 12-3 CT half. That is outstanding stuff from NiP, but G2, what is going on? Kenny's got 1 kill. Shox has got 2 kills. They have a combined 3 kills there.
Yeah, big credit to I think both Draken and Rez. For me personally, for NiP CT side, because Draken, once the ball was rolling, thanks to Rez, was able to actually convert on his aggressive plays with the AWP. Always, well, very often getting that forward frag, which is very crucial. And then secondly, Rez being able to play toilets like a pro, like a very high level player.
Like a plumber.
Like a plumber, like whatever you want, like Rain, whatever you want to call him. That went really far, I think, early on for NiP.
Start as he means to go on Draken, and he's doing exactly that. Will he expect a player though? Oh, up here he will. Well, he won't, but he'll get the kill regardless. And that's pretty much GG right there. Is that GG, guys? Are people typing GG in chat? That's the question. Apex though, they're all lining up for him one by one, and he really could do with a 3rd kill here. Even manages to get the reload while just facing. Rez is in the red. Rez is almost dead. And so are the hopes of G2.
Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
Zed's dead. Not God, Zod.
I have to rewatch Pulp Fiction. If you have not seen Pulp Fiction, that should go on your to-watch list immediately.
I just watched Reservoir Dogs again last month.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Very good movie.
Sick flick.
Okay, well, it's a terrible buy for G2. They're in this position where they kind of have to just start doing a lot of force buys because they're just too far behind. They're just too far behind. You can't really wait for a good gun round. You just have to try to be fortunate. Try to win a round where you maybe have a 30% chance to win that round. That's the kind of thing you need to rely on at this point. Your T side has failed you and put you in this position. Now you must deal. Shox. Good position from the C set. Absolutely perfect. 2 bullets left. Can't get the 3rd kill. And the trades will come.
How many kills is that position? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Kenny's been spotted. That's 50% of the information that NiP require. And they have a minute on the clock to get the rest of it. Get right. Needs to clean out these angles that needs to check. Got to be careful. Down to 35 HP. Oh, he needs to get around this corner. Just about doing it. Somehow managing to escape. And where's the bomb going? The bomb... Okay, I'm really confused. Forrest just dropped the bomb on the floor. Maybe for his teammates to collect it on a rotation, but they are already on the B bomb site, so he's going to join him, which is probably the best way forward. G2, on the other hand, have rotated up and then moving back down again.
I think he specifically sound baited them as opposed to thought about going A.
Ah.
Because he dropped the bomb, right?
But I guess that if they were... if they went like graffiti,
They can
then
hear
maybe
him.
then maybe they would hear it, but... Forrest making 5 million IQ plays.
It's too many.
Only
Too
my
many
brain
IQ
can hold that
IQs.
many, because I've got a giant head. 14-3. Well, if you are a fan of G2, then this has been disappointing so far. So they're the grenades from NiP, but G2 have got some HEs of their own. Well, they had some. Now only Kenny has one.
I love the Iverson grenades, the fadeaways.
What did you call it?
Iverson.
Iverson.
Yeah.
I'm not up to date with
It's actually kind of an old, but
not up to date with old basketball players. I watched in the days of like Penny Hardaway. Old.
wow.
I never had cable TV. I used to watch snooker and tennis.
Snooker was amazing to watch. BBC Snooker was amazing. Most relaxing thing you ever watch. Ronnie Sullivan, let's go. NBK! He's got himself some sharp shooting action with that deagle. Will it be enough though? They still are competing against superior weaponry. Perhaps it is. Shox with a good position. The run and gun with that CZ will create catastrophe for NiP. 2 players left for Exist though. Definitely doable. 30 seconds. He has to worry about his flank. Is he going to think about the flank? Looks like he's very focused on his front. And that'll be the round for G2. An unexpected round. The round which the bomb was unable to be planted as well. Which means that NiP are lacking on the cash here.
Yes, perhaps there are some more rounds in this one yet. Thanks to NBK. That was a really nice shot from him.
Our second shot was
Keeps doing it.
glorious.
He just keeps doing it.
Oh, that's where I recognize that from. There's this rap lyric from this battle rapper that I met named Dumbfounded, and he said, "I've got my loafers on. I call them Hardaways." Penny Hardaway.
Well, Exist has an AK, but he doesn't have any Kevlar, and he's running out of friends. He's being blocked by 3 of them.
Oh, I was going to say he had the flank. I don't think the CTs knew that he was there. Actually, I have to say, I've seen Exist in a few spots. He seems like a player that's very ready to fire straight away, even if it doesn't look like a good engagement. Whereas there are some players that will just be very slow paced out. It's like, okay, no, I want to wait for a more of a sure thing. But perhaps Exist felt they knew he was going to be coming from there and didn't realize he had the element of surprise.
Full buy up. NiP need 2 to close this half out, and that's one way to start it.
Wow. Just trades galore. Trades galore.
That's an important kill. Puts it down to a 2-1-2 as they G2 race back through A towards the B bomb site. There are 2 smokes here for the T side, and after this kill, Get Right can smoke the balcony position if he wants to. Well, I think he's put his smoking connector instead, and that's allowed Kenny into the site. But both Ts have departed. But maybe G2 will be the departed after the next 2 rounds. Going for the flick, but Exist is too quick. End of the stick is where G2 are. And they're about to get their last PT. Which makes no sense if they are the stick. I went as far as I could, alright.
Maybe if they're all, you know...
All what? Come on.
Never mind. You wouldn't
Thanks.
get it. You wouldn't get it, James. You wouldn't get it.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
It's 5001 IQ.
Is it South Park again?
No. It's too high concept. Oh, Rez is going for it. We saw Get Right previously. Going for the super fast pick. Get Right's had a hell of a game so far, I have to say. It feels like we're on his POV a lot. He's always been very active. We're seeing big confident plays from him. And I think we've all missed it. We've all missed seeing more of Get Right.
Is he in B? He is. Get right. At a moment's notice, we'll push in.
He's got a nice angle. Oh, the full spray from Get Right. You love to see it. It's Apex already spotted, bouncing into Draken's Reticle. Apex doing what he can, but how much can he do in this situation? He's into the water. And there it is. Get Right again. Get Right with a 3K in that round. 16-5. That is a